Hey friends and welcome. It's Dr. Heather back here doing a little more baking. The weather has turned cold here in Kansas. It was just at 90 something over the weekend. It felt like it was 110 with the humidity. And today it's in the 50s. So I felt like baking today. My kids have been saying, man, will you make those nut butter cookies? So this is an amazing snack we talked about the other day that is super high in healthy fat. It takes 3 ingredients, 4 if you want to be extra special with it. So I've got them started now, and really we're gonna make these super quick. So let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know if you've ever made these before. They are a super easy, you can lose the word keto if you want to. They're just an amazing nut butter cookie. You can use almond butter, macadamia nut butter, sun butter, almond butter, whichever nut butter you like. So we're simply going to start those right now. So we're going to take a cup. I tried to actually get my mixer right here in front of you guys. We're gonna take 1 cup of nut butter today. I'm using sun butter today. We have a peanut allergy in the house. So 1 cup of nut butter. If you've made these before, let me know if you've ever made these before. It's something I know Pam and I make probably every 3 or 4 months. We haven't made them for a really long time. So people are like, what was that recipe again? Because people have events coming up, they have birthday parties coming up. So 1 cup of your favorite nut butter, 1 large organic egg, and the recipe calls for a 1/2 cup of swerve. I generally go about 1/3 of a cup, a little bit less than 1/2 cup, because you kind of get that bitey aftertaste a little bit. So generally with swerve, you want to use the granulated swerve with that. I've had people try to do it with the brown sugar swerve, but it doesn't work out very well. Oh, Danny, my German Shepherd's on the move. We've had a lot of deer in our backyard. So I'm simply going to put a little bit less than 1/2 cup of swerve in there, and then we're gonna mix this up. You only mix it for about 2 or 3 minutes just so it's the consistency of a normal cookie. You can put a little bit of vanilla in there if you'd like. It doesn't take very long at all. They mix up super nice. And I have the batch started in the oven, so I'm trying to do that super before and after cooking stuff. And I don't know if it ever works for me, but hopefully this works well. I should be doing other things. I'm so excited I get to attend a 2-day weekend yoga retreat in northern Lawrence, Kansas at the Circle C Rancher Farmstead. So excited to go to that this weekend. I'll be sharing hopefully some stuff from there. And that's it. They are all stirred up and they are done. So I'll show you the consistency of those, and then you simply roll them in small little balls. So this is what it looks like, just like a normal cookie batter. I still am always trying to get the right lighting, so let me move my KitchenAid out of the way. And then you simply just take them. I had a cookie sheet somewhere. It's right here. It was predictable. Danny's barking. That means other people are home. So you're making the size that you want to. They end up being about 70 calories. So a nice little nut ball. Some people put some pumpkin spice in there. Some people put a little vanilla in there. So you simply just roll them up. A nice little size of a ball. So again, people always ask me about the macros. I tell them, depending on what nut butter you use, just simply do the math and divide it by however many cookies that you make. So if you make 16 or if you make 20, just do the math that way. And they really stick really nice together. And then you're gonna bake them for 5 minutes. I've got 1 batch in the oven right now. I think they have just a couple minutes left. And then once they bake for 5 minutes at 350, and I'll post a recipe down below, or you can just jump over to my YouTube channel or my blog. I've got them posted there from a couple years ago. Then you remove them from the heat, which we'll do here in just a minute, and we smash them down like you do a normal peanut butter cookie or nut butter cookie. And again, I just kind of roll and make them stick together. You can even make the dough ahead of time, and you can put these in the freezer to have them ahead of time and let them thaw out. I've done that before and made like a big batch. You can mix nut butters if you want to, like half almond butter, half macadamia nut butter. You can do them a normal like crisscross on the top of a peanut butter cookie. I am gonna put a dark chocolate chip on the top of mine. You can even use the mini chocolate chips. So that's all you do, and then once they cook for 5 minutes, you pull them out, you smash them down, you can put a dark chocolate chip in the middle, you cook them for 5 minutes more, then you let them cool for 10, and then they're ready to go. And they freeze up great after they're cooked. Here's my cuckoo clock, but that's not my timer. So let me know again where you guys are joining me from. I don't see anybody's names, I don't see any words out there. I feel like I'm cooking all alone today. The exciting thing is that just Pam, who I've been cooking with for 5 years, just got a brand new house. She's moving in just a few weeks with an amazing, amazing kitchen. So hopefully we'll be doing some more cooking from Pam's amazing new kitchen. If there's something specific that you want a recipe for, maybe something that's been a family favorite, you want to make it a bit healthier, you don't know how to actually substitute this for that, let me know. I've been cooking this way for 18 years. Our third son, Christian, actually went gluten-free at the age of 4, so our whole family went gluten-free. He's now 22. So we went gluten-free before Pamela, before Instagram, before Facebook was even there. So I have been trying to do, sorry, Danny's barking in the background. If you have a dog, let me know. So Mary Ellen, nice to meet you from Connecticut. Dory, I love to see you here. Color for Dory. She's got an amazing TikTok, amazing Instagram. So my buzzer's going off. I'm going to take a small little break here. So this is what it looks like so far. Just make nice little peanut butter balls and then you let them cook again for 5 minutes. I am actually going to get the ones out of the oven and then we're going to smash them down. This is always the tricky part when I'm cooking home alone. So they look incredible. They taste even better. I have not found a better substitute than Swerve for making this. So now you see them right here, yummy, yummy, yummy. So now you can do a couple of things. You can either take a fork, take a spoon, and I dare you to try cooking on one leg. If you didn't notice, you're just joining me, I am an above knee amputee. I do not have my leg on because I'm getting used to my new prosthesis, so that's why you're seeing a crazy balancing act. So you can do a couple things here. You can take a pot and you can just smash them down, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lightly smash them down. And then you can crisscross them. Sometimes I put a little bit of water on the bottom. So sorry for the crazy photo angle there. So I'm just gonna do 3 or 4 here and show you what it looks like. I won't do the whole batch for you. And then I'm gonna take a fork. So what I've done now, I don't want to burn myself. So what I've done now is I've just smashed these few down right here. Then I'm gonna take a fork, make a little bit of a crisscross. Again, that's kind of your choice. If you're used to growing up with your mom making peanut butter cookies with a little bit of a line in them, then you can do that as well. Then I'm gonna take my dark cacao chips that are 90%, and I'm gonna put a dark chocolate chip in there because it makes it so delish. And then you cook them for 5 more minutes. Then once they're done, you wanna leave them for about 10 minutes. Remember, there's really no binder in there. It's just an egg and nut butter. And the stevia or Swerve, I'm all cut up in my cookies. So I will post a picture, whoops, once we're done. So thanks again for joining me, guys. Let me show you here. So Vicky says, you're doing great. I can hardly, so you can see the cookies right here. They look absolutely great. So I just push them down. I usually use a glass pan, so I just push them down lightly. And then again, I take my fork and I just make a little crisscross to applesauce on there. And then I simply just take another chocolate chip, stick it in there, and then this will go right back in the oven for 5 more minutes and then let it cool. So again, I'll post a recipe, but hopefully you guys will enjoy. I know it's gotten cooler here. It's kind of the baking weather. Tomorrow morning, I promise so many of you that I will make a whipped topping that is dairy-free that you could use for your keto waffle, your coconut crepe, your fat coffee in the morning. I'm going to do that before I go to my yoga retreat. So I will probably be live about 10 o'clock doing that, maybe 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, depending on what Danny, our dog, is doing. We'd always have to, I'm a mom of 4 boys. We used to have to do things when the kids were down, the kids were napping, or we had them colored or had them busy. Now it's all about our puppy. She's 2 years old, but it's about keeping the dog quiet. So again, if you've got a great cookie recipe, I also have a really good snickerdoodle cookie recipe we could do. I try not to focus too much on fat bombs. I want people eating real whole food. So tonight for dinner, we are having cauliflower rice, green beans with grass-fed butter, Brussels sprouts that are broiled, and we're doing some white fish. I think we're doing cod or halibut, whatever we've got here in the white fish thawing out. So that's what we're doing for dinner. Super simple. Add a little bit of lemon pepper on the white fish, add a little bit of grass-fed butter on the Brussels sprouts, and we're gonna broil those at 450 for about 8 to 10 minutes, just depending on how big they are. And then the green beans, just a little bit of sea salt, and again, grass-fed butter. And then the cauliflower rice, I like to put a little bit of lime juice in there and a little bit of leftover chicken broth. So let me know what you guys are having for dinner. Would love to know. I always want something new, some new recipes. The boys are always like, can we have something different? Can we have something new? And we know rotation is so key in creating metabolic confusion for your body. So I think our time is up. Danny's going off. She wants to show me something in the yard. It could be a rabbit, it could be a deer, but let me see what she wants to show me today. And you guys have an amazing day. And thanks again for joining me. And don't forget, this is absolutely meant to be shared. So go ahead and share this. The recipe, the videos on my YouTube channel. It's on my blog, AskDrHeather.net, or just Ask Dr. Heather. See you guys later. Have a blessed day.